Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Haley. I own a small business selling handmade goods. I do almost exclusively sewing, and this will be my first market prep vlog. So today is Monday, July 15th. I have a market this Saturday, July 20th, and I thought I would vlog my week preparing for that market. So I'll do a full introduction in just a bit and tell you more about myself and my business and kind of what you can expect from this channel. But for now, I need to get the workday started. I like to be in the studio ready to go by about 5:15 in the morning, but it is already 6:01. My toddler woke up right when I did, and it took forever to get her back down. But I'm in here now and I'm ready to go, except that my studio is a disaster. I spontaneously decided that I was going to completely rearrange it the other day. I rearranged everything, but then didn't put anything back. I basically took all last week off from sewing. I needed it, but now I need to prep for this market. I need to get the day started, and my studio is a disaster. So let's get it cleaned up really quickly. And then I need to get some orders packed. I have 3 orders that need to go out today. I have everything already made for them, so I just need to get them packaged up. And then we'll start on our first item of market prep. Okay, I finally have the room usable. I just kept moving stuff because I don't know that I love it in this layout. But I'm just gonna live with it for a few days, and if I'm still not feeling it, we'll just change back to how it was. The room is still pretty messy because my pegboard is off of the wall, and that's where I keep a lot of my tools and stuff. But I need help to get it back on. So hopefully that can get done today. But yeah. For now, the room is okay, and I'm going to get these orders packed up. So I just need to get the shipping labels printed, get the items pulled and packaged. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. It is Tuesday, July 16th at 4:55. Up early today. I didn't get anything done yesterday. Like I had told you, I got a late start, and then my kids were up at 7. Actually, I did get something done yesterday. I got the fabric cut for some fabric bookmarks that I want to bring to this market. So what I'm thinking is fabric bookmarks, and then have like a build your own bookmark situation, and I'll have tassels, and people can choose their own tassels to go on their bookmarks. So yeah, that's my plan. I still have to package up the orders from yesterday. So that's what I'm gonna do first. And then I need to cut the interfacing for the bookmarks and then get those assembled. And while I'm doing that, I will talk to you and tell you about myself and my business and what I have in mind for this market coming up. But first, let's package the orders. This roll of packing tape is like smashed, so it doesn't pull through this very well. And it is more annoying than I ever dreamed that it would be. So this first order is going to Caitlin in Maryland, and she got my last pair of quilted fairy wings, and this is my absolute favorite pair. And actually, all 3 of the orders that I'm doing today kind of go together. So this like patchwork fabric that I made the appliques out of is the fabric that the other 2 items are made out of. So that's fun. I've actually just realized that I'm out of like all of my packing materials. I'm out of stickers, and I'm out of all of my like inserts. So that's a bummer. Markets have been consuming my every thought, and I'm way behind on so many little like admin things. So I'm just going to make some of my own stickers really quickly, which this is what I used to do anyway, so it's not totally off-brand. There's one piece of like, I don't know, equipment, I don't even know what you would call this, that I would suggest starting your business with. It would be a branded stamp. I ordered mine off of Etsy. I do need a new one because my logo has changed, and also I want like one of the self-stamping ones so I don't have to do the whole ink thing every time. But yeah, a stamp is such a great way to be able to brand your packaging. That's how I've always done my boxes, and I feel like it looks just like a branded box. Okay, back to Caitlin's order. So all of these orders were from Etsy, and this particular Kindle case has to be like in their algorithm somehow, because I've had it on my Etsy for a couple months and haven't sold any on there, and just in the past few days I've sold 3, and every single day I'm getting like multiple people favoriting the item. Actually, last night I had like 3 people favorite it like back to back to back, and I was like, oh shoot, I don't know if I actually have any of those left. And I went and checked and I didn't. So I had to deactivate that listing because I don't have any more of this fabric. I do really love it though, so maybe I'll try to find some more. The day has come that I finally tried to use up some interfacing scraps. Okay, while I cut out this interfacing, I thought I would do my introduction. So like I said, my name is Haley. I'm 32 years old. I live in East Central Oklahoma. I am like right on the Arkansas border. And actually most of the markets I do are in Arkansas. I have 2 daughters that will be 6 and 2 in August. And I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom. And my kids are also stay-at-home kids. They don't go to like daycare or anything, and I actually homeschool as well. So I started this business in 2020, mostly just to have something to do. That was obviously the start of the pandemic, and my oldest daughter, who was my only child at the time, is and was high risk. So we were very much at home a lot. So I started this business kind of just as a creative outlet. I was very part-time. I only sold on Etsy then, and I had like a few different items up on my shop, and everything was made to order. So just as I got orders, I would make the products, and some weeks I didn't get any orders, some weeks I would get a few, but mostly what starting that business did was kind of open the door up for me to start doing custom orders for people, because at that time I was also sharing projects that I did just personally, so like things that I made for my daughter, like things that I made for her room. So from basically like the start of my business until the beginning of this year, I'm like, most of my work was custom orders. Even once I started selling more on Etsy, a lot of that was custom work. And yeah, that's what I did for around 4 years. And then at the beginning of this year, I kind of had a financial push to want to take this business more full time. And I also decided that I wanted to start doing markets. I've done a few markets in the past, but this year I wanted to do them like regularly, which I have been doing. I have a market pretty much every weekend since March. But just because of like the nature of my products, I didn't really have a ton of stuff to offer at markets because I did so much custom work. And the majority of the stuff that I made was for kids. So I did a ton of kids, like dress up clothes and accessories. Halloween is my, like, by and large, my biggest time of the year. And like, you can take custom orders at markets, but I can't bring custom pieces to market. So kind of had to decide what I wanted to sell, and I landed on like the quilted goods that I offer now. I was already making book sleeves for personal use. I'm a big reader, so that's kind of what got that started. And then now I do makeup bags and sunglass pouches and tote bags. I would say market season has been pretty good for me. I've had some bad shows. The last 2 I did were really terrible, which is kind of why I don't have a ton of prep to do this week, is because I prepped so much for those and then just made almost no sales. So I still have all of that inventory. But I will say that the like kids stuff that I did already have made that I could bring to my markets is what sells the best for me. Anytime I go to a market with kid anything. So I have a lot of like superhero capes, princess capes, like birthday crowns with like the number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, hand embroidered on them. Kid anything always sells the best. Well, it's like 50-50, I would say, but I have a lot less of it. So even though I have less, I'm selling just as much of it as I do all of my other stuff. And all of the other stuff is like fun to make, like the book sleeves and the tote bags. I feel like I don't get to be creative enough, and obviously creativity is subjective, and for a lot of people I'm sure doing this is creative enough for them, but I like ribbon and lace and ruffles and like doing graphics on stuff and glitter and tulle and bells, which I obviously get a lot of when I'm making kid stuff, particularly because I do like dress up stuff. I've done a lot of party dresses, special occasion dresses, and yeah, I'm missing it. I'd always known that I was just gonna do like the quilted stuff, or I thought that I would just do the quilted stuff particularly for markets, and then once we got into Halloween season, go back to doing kid stuff, because like I said, that is like my biggest time of the year. Another, I guess, downside of doing all the quilted stuff is that the turnaround time, just like in between markets, I mean, usually I have a week, and that is just not enough time to like fully restock a booth. So if I have a market where I do really well, I mean, a week is just not enough time to be able to make the amount of products that I want. So the reason I'm doing these bookmarks is just to have like a lower ticketed item, and also just something quick that I can kind of bust out, because before these bookmarks, I didn't have anything in my shop that I made that took less than an hour to make. I'm going to start pressing the interfacing on these bookmarks while I continue to yap at you. So yeah, I've just had markets on the brain. It's like I'm just going from market to market. I actually haven't even updated my website since I started markets in March, which is just no good. So yeah, all of that to say, this may be my last market. So the one that I have this weekend is the Chaffee Crossing Farmer and Artisan Market in Fort Smith, Arkansas. They do it every month. This will be the third or fourth one of the season. So I haven't quite decided if I'll do the one in August as well. My plan for now is to do this market on Saturday and then post whatever inventory I have left over on my website and then jump into Halloween mode. I'm also not sure whether I will continue with the quilted stuff. I feel you can give me your opinions on this. I would really appreciate that. I don't know where I stand on how like niche down you should be with your shop. I'm like, should I in the same shop sell like quilted book sleeves as well as like kids Halloween costumes? Like, I feel like, and I'm trying to look at this from like an unbiased perspective, obviously. I feel like as a consumer, if I were to go on someone's website and they had like a stuff in a bunch of different categories, I don't think that that would be like a turn off for me in any way. But from like the business owner side of it, I hate looking at my like very pitiful Instagram or like my Etsy shop and seeing stuff like in all these different categories. I don't know, I feel like it looks, I don't even know what the right word is. It's like I can't describe like what my shop is. Like whenever you apply for markets, they want to know just like a brief description of the stuff that you offer, and I have just been saying like quilted goods. But once I get back into the kids stuff, which is like mostly not quilted goods, I don't know if I should continue offering all this like under the same business. So actually, whenever I started this business, which is called Violetsarepeach, I started another one shortly after called Paperish Co. And originally I was doing like stationery and stuff, and then just did not enjoy doing that at all. And that business kind of sat empty until around like August of last year. Then I started doing like Kindle cases and book sleeves. I was actually doing a lot of like bookish stuff. So I was doing that alongside this business. But whenever it came time to do the markets and I wanted to switch to primarily doing like the quilted stuff, I decided to do it under Violetsarepeach just because it was a more like established brand. And I figured because like whenever you apply to markets, they want you to send them like your social media handles and your websites or your Etsy or whatever. And it was just, I just had more sales, honestly. That's why I kind of moved everything over to this business, which now I kind of wish I would have. I wish I would have kind of kept the two separate, but you live and you learn. I am very, very terrible at making decisions. I like for real suffer from decision paralysis, and going back and forth like on these brands and what I want to sell has been like, I mean, that's why I started two businesses in the first place, because I couldn't decide. So yeah, all of that to say, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing markets this year. I may just switch into Halloween mode. I do want to start doing some more kids stuff as well as custom orders. I really miss doing custom orders. And I don't know if I'm going to continue the quilted stuff. And if I do, I don't know if I'll do it all under Violetsarepeach or if I'll bring back Paperish Co. I don't really know. You can let me know your thoughts. Again, I don't know if I'll completely stop doing markets, but I definitely don't want to continue doing them like every weekend. Okay, I've got my bookmarks interface, so now I need to start sewing. I have not sat down at my sewing machine in over a week, which has been nice and also is a little crazy. Hello, it is now Wednesday, July 17th, so 3 days out from the market. I finished all of the bookmarks. I went ahead and made 20 of them. I didn't plan on making this many. I actually had about half, but let me show you. I don't know, this is about half and it just looks so pitiful. So I went ahead and made 20. So I got those finished yesterday. Today I need to start making the tassels for them. I also still don't have my pegboard up, and at this point I guess I'm just gonna leave it off because I need it packed up in the car by Friday to use for the market. So but yeah, I just need to get those tassels made. I'm also gonna check out my current zipper situation because I'm thinking about making some just like general use zipper pouches and also maybe some pencil pouches, but I'm not sure how many zippers I currently have, and I obviously don't have time to order any, so I may go to Hobby Lobby and get some. And when I do that, I'm also going to look for some more of that fabric from the 2 Kindle cases that I showed you packaging up yesterday. So like I said, I sold 2 of that, and then like 2 days before sold another one, and for the past week it's been getting just like a ton of favorites on Etsy every day, and I'm completely out of stock, so I had to take the listing down because it's been a while since I bought that fabric. I just sat on it for ages and didn't do anything with it, and then once I finally did, it actually did well. So I need to go try to find that fabric. I'm not even sure where I got it. I live in a really rural area, so to go like do anything I have to drive into Fort Smith, Arkansas, so I always like to try to get all of my errands done at once. So when I go and look for zippers and fabric, I'm also gonna go get groceries. And yeah, that's the game plan for today. I never made a checklist for this week because I'm not really making anything, which is kind of nice. Usually like in the week in between markets, I'm like scrambling like crazy, but this week has been pretty chill. But yeah, bookmarks are done. These were super easy to make. And now I just need to start making some tassels. So I think I'm gonna do that while on the couch watching Sons of Anarchy. It is now Thursday. I am completely finished with the bookmarks. I think I made around like 36 tassels, which is of course more than I need, but because I'm doing like a choose your own, I wanted to have options. So I got those done. I wasn't able to find the fabric that I was looking for. I checked at Joann's and Hobby Lobby, and that had to have been where I got it because I bought it in store, and those are the only 2 fabric stores around me. And I also can't find it online, so I'm assuming it's just discontinued, which is a bummer. Hi, baby. I also didn't get any new zippers. I have a ton of black and a few in different colors. I'm just gonna use what I have. So I'm still TBD on whether I'll make the zipper pouches. I probably will just make a few. I'm not gonna quilt them. 1, just so they're faster to make and so I can offer them a little bit cheaper, and 2, because I'm completely out of batting. So I do need to order that. But I wanted to show you some things I got at Aldi for my booth. So I got this set of 2. It's supposed to be for like cabinet organization, but I got them to use as risers. It's a 2-pack, and I think it was like $8, $7.99 or something. I am gonna go spray paint them, I believe, just so they match my booth a little better. And then I got this little mirror that my kids have been playing with, so it's filthy. It's like a pastel green, wavy, very aesthetic. I don't really need a mirror in my booth. I don't sell any apparel, but I do have tote bags, so I thought maybe someone might want a mirror for seeing how a tote bag looks. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to leave this video. Okay, it is 10 o'clock, so this is our 2-hour check-in. It's going pretty well so far. I've made 6 sales and we're at $215, which is pretty good. My goal for today is $350. That is, I've done this market twice and that's about what I've made both times. Weather-wise, it is pretty toasty. It's not scorching. I'm not even sure what the temperature is, but I have no shade. I'm like just directly in the sun. I've got to start bringing an umbrella. This is not the first time this has happened to me. But yeah, so far so good. My booth feels kind of empty. I don't have a lot of the stuff that I have been bringing to markets because again, I'm just trying to decide if I want to continue doing markets and what I want to sell. So I kind of had to fluff stuff up a bit, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with my setup. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Okay, 11:30 check-in. We are at 13 sales and $420. So I've met my goal, which is great. We have an hour and a half left. And I found my umbrella, thank God. I was about to have to go sit in the middle of my booth because I was scorched. So yeah, it's going great. I'm having a really good day. I've just been reading my Kindle. Seems like it's kind of slowed down a bit, which I guess is probably because it's getting a little hotter. But yeah, an hour and a half left, and I'll probably check in once it's done. Hello, friends. It is 2:30. I'm officially packed up. I'm actually sitting at Sonic because I felt like I needed a cherry limeade. So the market ended at 1. I still had people in my booth until like 1:15. It's packed up by 2, but then they have a bounce house set up every time. So my kids wanted to go bounce in the bounce house, even though it was a million degrees. So it's, like I said, it's 2:30. I'll be home by about 3. I'm just going to shower and take the rest of the day off. Tomorrow I will check in with you and I think I'm going to start sharing like the statistics of the market. So how many sales, what I made, what I sold, just because I like watching that from other makers. But overall, it was a great market. Interestingly, I didn't have that many sales, but the sales that I did have were larger, which usually isn't the case for me. Usually I have more sales, but a smaller amount per sale. I was also in a new location at this venue this time. This is my 3rd time doing this venue, and I've been at a different spot each time and did almost twice as much at this spot as I do or as I have at the past 2. So I think I'm gonna try to get on this strip again. But yeah, I got my cherry limeade and now I'm about to drive home and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Hello everyone. I'm finally getting this video finished. It's gonna go up like a week and a half after the actual market. So sorry. It has been a crazy week, and also with this being my first video back, I don't have a good schedule and haven't established a time to actually fit in editing this video. I forgot how long editing takes. I do have all of the video edited up until this point, and I realized I forgot to actually film an outro. So here is the market recap. The market I did was the Chaffee Crossing Farmers and Artisans Market in Fort Smith, Arkansas. It runs from May until October and it's on the 3rd weekend of every month. The booth fee is $35, which you cannot beat. So my expenses for this market was $35 for the booth fee and then $20 for food. We all had breakfast from a food truck that was there. So $55 in expenses. I had 16 sales. I sold 30 individual items. My top 3 sellers, this is going to be a little skewed. So my 3rd best sellers was a tie between bookmarks and makeup bags. Next was book sleeves, which was really exciting. I had a bunch of new styles of book sleeves for this market, and then the bookmarks were a first ever. So it's exciting that they both did so well. My number 1 bestseller, which is skewed, is my kids dress up capes. So superhero capes and princess capes. And the reason those sold so well is because I was running a sale because I'm trying to get rid of them, which I thankfully almost did. I think I only have like 4 or 5 left. But yeah, those are usually not a bestseller. They always do decently well, or usually do decently well, but because of the sale, people were scooping them up. So like I said, I had 16 sales, sold 30 items. My average sell was $35.25. I sold $564 worth of product and my overall profit was $509. So not bad. Can't remember if I mentioned, but the market ran from 8 until 1. So when you look at it from like an hourly wage, pretty good. But of course, it's, you know, over an hour driving to and from, 2 hours setting up, an hour tearing down. But yeah, not bad. I do really enjoy doing that market. I know I was kind of going back and forth on whether I was going to continue doing markets. So far, I've only signed up to do this market again next month. It's not like the best market that I've done, but it is like pretty consistent, which I appreciate. And also, like I said, I just really enjoy doing it. I like the location. It's easy to load in. I like that it's local. So I, you know, see people there that I know. I really enjoy the woman that runs it. So yeah, overall, I'll consider this to be a good market. Okay, I'm going to add this clip into the rest of the video and get it posted for you guys. I promise next week I'll be more on top of the editing and posting, so you're not watching videos almost 2 weeks after they were recorded. I have been filming this week though. It'll just be like a week in the life, studio vlog, small business owner type video, because like I said, no markets until next month. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment or subscribe to help get me in the algorithm. It's been years since I've posted a video. I don't even know if I have any subscribers left. Thank you so much for watching. If you watch other like small business creators, leave their name in the comments so I can check them out. I'm really loving watching other makers, other business owners, other creators, but I have just gotten back into it, so I haven't found a ton yet. So let me know your favorites and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.